Hey guys, this is Onisha Biggs of Pharmacy Tech Lessons, and I'm here today with you. We're live, and today we're going to be talking about pharmacy math. This is another portion for our pharmacy math month, where we're going to be talking about pharmacy math all month. And today specifically, we're going to dive into some of the harder topics when it comes to pharmacy math. All right, so if you're here now live with us, go ahead and type it in the chat. If you are a part of the replay team, then go ahead and type hashtag replay team in the comments. And I would love to see what questions you guys have and what's your take on this topic. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to really deep dive into what are some of the harder topics when it comes to pharmacy math, all right? Because we have students at pharmacytechlessons.com in our PTA program, PTA 2.0 program, actually, and we're constantly making it better and making it more robust for our students. And here recently, we just put some more materials in there when it comes to math and specifically household measurements, because students and people who are studying for the exam, and you may have experienced the same thing yourself, typically have issues when it comes to learning household measurements, right? Sometimes I would say the biggest issue there is knowing which system of measurement to sort through, right? Which one should you use? And so the first one that I want to talk about specifically is household measurements, right? So when you think about household measurements, I want you to think about literally in your household, okay? Like in your home. What are some of the tools that you would use in your kitchen? All right. This is a good way to really think about household measurements. Think about a cup. Some people are familiar with quarts, right? Teaspoons, tablespoons, pints, ounces. These are the type of measurements that you would use in your house or in your home. Hence, household measurements. So that is a good way to remember what system of measurement that you're dealing with, okay? Now, of course, there are other, you have your metrics, you have your SI, you have all other types of systems of measurement that you can use. But I would say that household measurement is one that gets people caught up the most. And like I said, we just released more information in our program around household measurements, where we, just really went into the purpose of household measurements. How can you best remember household measurements? In what cases do you use household measurements? In what cases do you not use household measurements? It's important when you're studying whatever materials that you're studying that you recognize household measurements. What is the purpose of them? What are they used for? And all of that good stuff. All right. So that's just something to keep in mind when it comes to household measurements for sure. Does anyone here have questions about household measurements? You can type it in the comments if you do, or if you feel like you're good on household measurements, let me know that as well. I would love to know. So let's see here. We have, I hope I'm saying it right, Robin. It's spelled a little differently. But hi, Robin. Thanks for being here live. We're doing it in the morning today. Listen, late night crew, I have not forgot about you. And don't forget, replay crew, be sure to type it in the comments below once you're here and you're watching the replay. All right. So let's talk about the next thing. I want to talk about now, because I've prepared some stuff actually here where we're going to really deep dive in. But along with household measurements, you also have conversions. This is a big kicker for a lot of students. Conversions, okay? So a lot of times when it comes to conversions, if you're not paying attention, especially on the test, you're going to have your scratch paper there. But if you're not paying attention, you can miss easily conversions. Like you can miss it. All it takes is you to miss one space or two, but all it takes really is just one space, and you can totally miss the problem by getting a conversion wrong. So it's very important when you're studying math, regardless of what materials you're using, Focus on those conversions. Make sure that you understand how to decipher through them, how to maneuver your conversions, how many spaces forward, how many spaces back to move, and in what instance that you need to use conversions when it comes to certain math problems, okay? A lot of times you might get 2-step or 3-step math problems where the first thing you may have to do is convert, or sometimes you may have to convert on the back end of the math problem. So it's just very important to understand when you need to use conversion specifically in a math problem. Okay, you want to get really, really, really in depth on that. And there are so many other math topics, guys, but I just really want to focus in on some of the ones that give people the most trouble today. I really want to help you guys. I'll give you some pointers as you're studying those those math elements specifically. Okay. Now, the third one that I want to talk about is, and let me make sure we don't have any questions. If you do have questions, guys, type it in the chat, and also let me know where you're from. I like to know, who do we have here? What city are you from? Type your name in the comments. I want to see who we have here with our morning live. All right. So, let's talk about the third thing, and this is a big one. Okay, this is a really, really big one. The third one is allegations. And you've probably heard of this, I'm sure. If you've been studying for the exam, you've heard about allegations, okay? Listen, allegations used to be so hard for me, okay? And I've seen hundreds of students go through allegations and have the hardest time, but it's really not that hard, okay? It can seem hard because as you're working it out, it just seems like a lot of steps, but it's really not that hard, once you nail down the steps. Here's the key when it comes to allegations, all right? You do want to understand the specific steps that it takes to solve an allegation, right? You want to make sure that, people call it the tic-tac-toe box, right? You want to make sure that each thing is in its proper place. If it is not in its proper place, if you don't put the numbers in the right place, the foundation is off and you already missed the problem before you even really got started, all right? So it's very important when you're studying allegations, you want to study, how do I study the setup the most. After the setup, then you pretty much are good game from there. But you want to make sure that you understand the setup of an allegation problem, because if not, then what you do after setting it up doesn't even make a difference, right? Because that's the first step. That's the foundational step that you have to build off of in order to solve the problem, in order to solve the allegation problem. Another key thing when it comes to allegations, sometimes people look at word problems and they don't know when or when not to use the allegation method, right? So let me give you a pointer on when to use the allegation method. Whenever you are combining two percentages in order to get 1%, one combined percent or one neutral percentage, this is when you use allegation problems. Sometimes you may see a word problem. I see students do this a lot. They see a word problem, and because they see 3 or 4 percentages, they automatically assume it's an allegation problem. But that's not always the case, okay? You have to make sure that read through the problem. It's important to read. Word problem comprehension is very important. You need to read through that problem to see, okay, are they asking me to combine this percentage with this percentage in order to get a neutral percentage? If that is the case, then you would use an allegation. All right, you definitely would use an allegation. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps someone when it comes to allegation problems. And if you have any more questions on that, then of course leave me a comment, and I would love to give you some pointers on that. Let's see who we have here. You guys, don't forget, those of you that are here live, if you're enjoying this content, and it's giving you value, be sure to hit the like button. Go ahead and like. And if this is your first time here, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be doing math all month. And then we're going to have more content to come. All right. Based on what you guys need and where you find that you are. All right. So it's very important to engage, support the channel so we can keep this content going. And I'm enjoying helping you guys. So who all do we have here? Go ahead and let's type some names in the comments. I want to see who we have here. I see we have a few here. So go ahead and make yourself known here. Let's see. Somebody typed a comment. No, it seems like this is another language, Robin. So maybe you can help me out a little bit, or somebody can help me out. I think I know madam. I know what that means. But the first word, not so much. I would Google it, but I'm live right now. So I want to make sure that I'm here for the rest of the questions. But guys, as well, if you want assistance with maneuvering through study material and studying, then I want you to reach out in the comments and let me know. All right. You can type it in the comments. Either myself or someone from my team will see it, and they'll be in touch with you to set up a strategy call with you to walk you through and see what's the best methods for you to go about with your studying. Okay. We do provide that assistance, as well as we do have a free class in the description below if you are not aware. So if you're looking for some resources, then I definitely would. That's a good start. Like, I would start right there. Of course, we do have our PTA 2.0 program. It's helped thousands of students to pass the national exam, get certified, and even get jobs. So we also do provide that job assistance and that placement for you as well. But we just full of resources that we want to have for you guys so that you can excel in your studies, and so you can ultimately excel in your career. Okay, that's what all of this training is all about. So let me know if this was valuable to you guys. Let me know any questions that you have in the comments. We're going to be doing math all this month for the rest of May. So let me know any questions that you have, and we will go from there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end it out now, guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day with your family. Have a wonderful day at work. Have a wonderful day with your studies. And if you're in the PTA program or part of the Pharmacy Tech Lessons family, which I consider you all, but specifically though, I like to treat my PTA students a little bit special. If you're in the PTA program, then I want to say have a great day studying in the program, and make sure that you guys do the things that you need to do, that you know you need to do, as far as reaching out to your tutors and reaching out to your instructor for help. All right. So you guys have a wonderful day. This has been Onisha Biggs of pharmacytechlessons.com. Happy to serve you. Bye-bye.